Floods have been a recurring natural disasters throughout history, and their devastating impacts have affected millions of people worldwide. These catastrophic events occur when an overflow of water submerges land that is usually dry, causing widespread destruction. If you are truly amazed with floods, let me know your thoughts in comment part, and not forget press the button of like and subscribe. Now, let's get it on! In June 2013, a multi-day cloudburst centered on Uttarakhand caused devastating floods and landslides. As bridges and roads were destroyed, more than 3 lakh people were trapped in the valleys leading to the Char Dham pilgrimage sites. According to the state government, more than 5,700 people were presumed dead in the disaster. The Portuguese Island of Madeira was struck by a violent storm which has killed at least thousands of people, what is to be considered Madeiras' worst catastrophe of the last 100 years. Flooding of the entire city of Funchal and landslides pretty much all around the island swept away cars and knocked down houses as this violent storm took the island by surprise. The deadly floods in Western Europe were triggered by heavy rainfall, which in some areas broke a 100-year record. A large-scale rescue operation was launched as 1,300 people in Germany's Ahrweiler district went missing. Oh my God! Flooding and landslides triggered by heavy rain have killed more than 130 people in Rwanda and Uganda as rescuers hunted for survivors trapped in homes. Video on social media showed raging water rushing down Main Street in Ellicott City, west of Baltimore. Flash floods struck a Maryland community rocked like this. Colorado, located in the western United States, is known for its diverse and scenic geography. Colorado is home to a significant portion of the Rocky Mountain Range, including famous mountains like Pikes Peak and Long's Peak. Colorado is home to numerous rivers and lakes, many of which originate from the melting snow and glaciers in the Rocky Mountains. That's one of the reasons for flash floods here. Roads have been destroyed and towns cut off as out-of-control waters ravage Colorado. The worst flash floods indicates hit Boulder County in Colorado. Residents here lost roads. We've lost bridges. We've lost homes, cars. Residents in the town of Newark say this level of flooding is unprecedented. One said that we sort of roll our eyes when they say you have to be prepared for the 100-year flood. Unbelievable. Typhoon Yusagi caused catastrophic lightning and historic flooding in central Vietnam. It was one of the biggest storms that swept this place, causing huge damage to many provincial capitals. Despite the bad weather, this man is still determined to deliver ice cream on time to the waiting children. Do you admire his great heart in the midst of the flood? This entire Indonesian village was left under 4 feet of water after a monsoon that brought heavy rains in 2018. Here are some devastating clips of the floods in Turkey last year. The rushing water with tremendous force carried everything in its flow. Oh no! The road broke in half like a cake that was too crispy, and the water pulled it away.
No, direct.
Surely Busha. Surely taxi Busha.
Hacı çakı hacı. Abo. Bunun içinden insan var lan. Arkada lan. Abo ya Rabbi tövbe ya Rabbi tövbe. Ya Rabbi tövbe. Hala yukarı bak yukarı. Nimet veri şükür yok. Bela veri. Akıllanmıyor. Arlanmıyor.
While this bus was flooded with the entire cabin, the scene was so shocking to the people here.
Gençler köprüye bak. Köprüye bak gençler. Gençler yola bak. Yola çekiyor. Gençler.
Heavy rains caused severe flooding throughout the streets of Venezuela and flash floods through a long street in France like this. Unbelievable!
Flooding in the streets of Venezuela.
Huge waves crash through the city of San Sebastian, Spain. Everything flickers in the chaos of the night. Thousands of villages have been displaced due to massive floods in India in this special way. In 2018, the Spanish island of Mallorca was hit by a severe flash flood that caused widespread devastation. The flood occurred after a sudden and intense downpour of rain, causing rivers to overflow and water to rush through the streets of the town of Sant Llorenç des Cardassar. The floodwaters were so strong that they swept away cars, uprooted trees, and damaged buildings and homes. Tragically, at least 13 people lost their lives, including a British couple who were swept away in their taxi. The flood also caused significant damage to infrastructure, including bridges, roads, and power lines. Emergency services worked tirelessly to rescue those stranded, and many residents and tourists were left without power or access to essential services for several days. They don't call them flash floods for nothing. On July 20th, 2021, panicked subway riders in the Chinese city of Chengdu pleaded for help as floodwaters filled up their subway cars, trapping them inside. Many commuters were swamped up to their necks as they sent texts and cell phone videos out.
海滩寺跟沙口路的中间段，海滩寺刚到。
车厢呢已经到腰了，过腰了。往那边去。外边看到没？外边
拉着东西，哎呀，我的天哪！
At least 12 commuters died and 5 were injured. In another rescue operation in Henan province, about 500 people were rescued from subway tunnels filled with floodwaters. The flash floods occurred after days of torrential rains in China caused several dams and reservoirs to breach, requiring more than 200,000 emergency rescues. Flash flooding problems like these are hardly limited to China. At the same time flash floods were occurring in China, major flooding was also happening in Western Europe, Colorado, and Arizona. Every year, flooding in general is responsible for more deaths around the world than any other type of natural disaster. Footage has surfaced showing a car being swept away by flash floods in Manitou Springs, Colorado. Hsinchu, China, located in the central part of China, is the capital city of Henan Province. The city is situated on the southern bank of the Yellow River and is part of the extensive North China Plain.
What do you think about this kind of natural disasters? Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment here. Thanks for watching.